Okay, so then we go Keith. There you go. Did it work? Ah!
Hey, LT, let's go. What is good? Don't mind my birthday celebration.
Okay, I think it's just delayed. Keith!
Yo, is it delayed?
Is it what?
LT, let's go. That sounds like good. We got some major malfunctions happening here.
I know, guys, we apologize. There's some major malfunctions, but we got it figured out and we're here. Oh my God, Kiefer, I miss you.
I miss you too, LT, man. Shit got crazy in there.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First of all, okay, so before we start anything, Keith, I got my drink here. I have some Crown Royal Vanilla in my wine glass. What are you drinking?
I got a little like a
Okay.
little soda, like a.
So we are going to toast to you tonight. We are going to celebrate you tonight because you are a legend. And I just want to take this moment before we talk about anything, before we get into anything. I just want to honor you. I want to congratulate you. I want to lift you up because I feel like what you've done and what you've accomplished on Big Brother Canada Season 9 is so incredible, and the impact that you've made on Canada, on your community, it's just so remarkable. And I just have to take this moment and tell you how incredibly proud I am of you and how honored I am to align with you and to be your friend. And I'm actually getting emo right now, and I feel like I'm actually going to tear up and cry.
Settle down, LT. I'm staying without crying. It's been like 87 days straight, so I need a break.
Yeah, you've done a lot of crying, but for real though, I think it's so important that it's important that we recognize greatness, and really and truly, I'm just so proud of you. And I think everybody's just so incredibly proud of you and what you've done here and how you've touched Canada. And I want to recognize you, and I just want to say that before we do anything, that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I just think you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Same. Everything you said, back to you. Babe, do you want to pass me?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to cheers. We're going to toast to Keith. Yes.
This can. It's not classy. And my family's going to be going nuts in the background. I apologize. Kind of.
I see the decorations. I see everything. So how is it being back home? Like how does it feel?
Yo, it feels nuts, LT. This is crazy. The whole world is. I just ate a Kiefer Real Burger for lunch that they named after me at a restaurant. Like my picture was on like the restaurant, like on the outside. It was huge. People are like stopping me to sign autographs. Like, yo, I was not ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you just get lost in the world that is Big Brother. Like I just got deep into it. It's like it messes with your mind, you know? So like,
yeah,
it was crazy. But now I got my cup, so let's do the toast.
Okay. So toast to you, to being home, to being a winner, to being a legend, and I'm proud of you, and so is Canada. So this is to you.
Thanks, LT.
Cheers. So I see the comments, and everybody wants us to just get into the questions. They're like, okay, like get over this like sappy shit. Like let's just get into it. Everybody wants us to keep it real. So, okay, okay, so let's see. Oh my God, these questions. Okay, so you know what? Actually, the first question that I'm gonna present to you is actually, so I've been communicating with this young lady actually who is a huge, huge, huge fan of yours. Her name is Isla. She is from the indigenous community. I've been communicating with her dad. They've been cheering you on. They're such a huge, huge fan. And she actually sent me a question for you. So say hello to Isla. She loves you. She is one of your biggest fans.
Isla, what's good? What's good? I love the support. Thank you.
Okay, so Isla's question is, in the pantry incident, she noticed that Tara walked out silently and Latoya was the only one who came in to stand up for Kiefer. Was this a moment you realized how strong your relationship to each other was?
Oh yeah, 100%. When you came in guns blazing, I was just like, damn, I love LT. Like, this is my ride or die in the house. Cause I always talked about like going deep in the game. You're like, Keith, we're not there yet. We can't talk about that. I was like, I know. I just want you to know that I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew, and I told you you're a legend back home. Like, hi to go, I loves you. I told they'll have a parade for you if you ever show up. I'm telling. So yeah,
Let's go, let's go.
I knew that.
Oh,
Yeah, no, for sure.
okay, awesome. And
And
you
what?
know what too? I think for me in that moment, like naturally, like when I care about people and when I build a connection with somebody and I feel like you're in my circle, I'm like a protective person. I think that's just in my nature. And so when I saw that, I tried to bite my tongue, but I couldn't, right? So I just stepped in and did what I had to do. So Isla, shout outs to you. Great question. And
Oh,
thank you for supporting Keith.
I got them both. Just saying.
Okay, so I'm just going through some of these questions. Uh, okay, so somebody says,
Are they spicy? Are they crazy questions or what?
okay, so somebody says if you two could work with someone from the opposite side of the house, who would it be?
Hmm. Like early
I
on.
mean, Keith, you were kind of everywhere. Like you were working with, I feel like everybody.
Yeah. I was. um, I don't know. Maybe like
Or
Austin.
were you a part of the greatest alliance ever?
I wanted to be a part of the greatest alliance ever. We were very close to being the greatest of all time. Pretty Boy still got us, I think, but I think Austin and Braden. I loved working with Braden at the end of the game. That's my guy. Like, I respect everything that he did in the game, and maybe if I'd answered, I would say Austin or Braden. If we could have got them in with us, that would have been.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think that if I could go back, I definitely think like I've told you guys already. I think that Austin is such a strong player. Um, on a game level, because I give respect where respect is due. I think that Austin is such an incredible player, and she's just so solid as a player. And if I could go back, I definitely would have gotten closer to her and worked with her. And I think that we would have gotten both of us would have gotten further in the game. So shout out to Austin. I respect your game, girl. So.
yeah, Austin was a beast. I mean, damn. So yeah, it would have to be Austin because I guess I did kind of work with Braden.
So, Keith, how did you feel about me calling Beth out at the BBCAN finale?
Yo, honestly, I couldn't really hear. I had no idea. I heard you going at Jed saying it was too early to put me up, and he never should have did that. And I was like, fist pump. I seen all these things saying like they think that I was lit up. I was like, no, I was just loving it. Like I knew you were gonna be pissed. I was like, when I was on that block, I was like, yo, I was like, LT's gonna be pissed, man. Like, why? Like, this ain't the time to go at me. Look what happened
Okay.
without my loyalty. Look what happened, like.
Do you think that was the turning point for you? Do you think that when you were put on the block, like that was like the switch?
Uh, halfway, because the night before Tina left, she kind of really rallied me, and she told me Like, you know what I mean? She told me that I wouldn't do it. She's like, you won't do it. I think her words to me were like, you wouldn't fucking take a shot at them. You don't have the balls or something along those lines. And I was like, Tina, you don't even know. I was like, you, I was like, just watch Tina. And then, yeah,
Okay.
technically didn't take the shot, but, you know, honestly don't even know how it played out. I haven't watched the episodes.
Okay, you haven't watched anything yet.
No, I got up to putting Kyle and Rowe on the block. That's as far as I.
Okay. And how did you feel about getting Kyle out?
It warms my heart. When I think about it, I feel like I'm floating on top of a cloud. Yeah,
Okay.
coming for me out of the house. Holy, they got the receipts. My people are pissed. They're like, this guy did not let your name die out of the house, Keith. I was like, well, I don't have to worry about that.
Nice. I love it. So, okay. So obviously I got evicted. Um, I was a third person evicted. So I was watching from the outside looking in, and what was your game plan after that point? Like after I left, what was your game plan? Because like I think we saw like lots of ups and downs for you. Like,
Oof.
so I'm gonna say that I think that, I mean, congratulations to Ty. That's my boy. You definitely deserve that win. I'm so proud of you. But I've told you this, Keith, that I think that you, like overall, hands down, you are the best season 9 BBCAN player. And had you made it to final two, you would have won because you played the best game from start to finish. You were forced to play Big Brother because you were on Team Defender and we lost all the team competition, so you had to play from start to finish. So like what was your game plan after I got evicted? Like what was your, like where was your head at? What were you thinking about?
Um, I was thinking that like I would rather be at the 4 spot in a 4-person alliance than at the 7 spot in a 7-person alliance. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, these are my people. Like, I got to ride with them. Like, I'm going to stick it out with them, loyal to the soil, uh, loyal to the squad, sunsetter for life. That's what I was thinking. And I mean, I really wanted that HOH after you left. Like, there was nothing I wanted more in my life. And I knew I was going to win that. And I was actually kind of pissed because I was like, yo, like I wish LT was here so we could like wreak havoc in this house. Because you know how like cocky they were the week we were on the block,
Oh my God.
laughing, giggling. You know what I'm saying? There was
I think
very,
that week that we were on the block, all we had was each other.
yeah,
Like everybody isolated us. We pretty much were like, it was just the two of us. Really?
yeah,
Because I think that what people, I don't know if people see this, but when you're on the block, everybody's vibe and energy switches up. So people ignore you and you're pretty much like alone because nobody wants to talk to you. So Keith and I, we had each other, and I wasn't going to like bash you or like, I mean, I did a little bit of campaigning, but I wasn't going to like throw you under the bus or anything like that. And I don't think you did that to me either. But we basically, that week that we were on the block, we were just hanging out together. A lot of it was in silence too. We weren't even really saying much. We were just keeping each other company and just supporting each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And that's really what it was during that week.
yeah. We were hard chilling. Yeah, it's a crazy game. And no, that was, oh man, I wish Jed used a veto on you. That would have, I don't know.
Okay, so question. What do you think? Like, who do you think Vic would have put up if had Jed used a veto on me? Like, because, okay, so I had cleared this up in my last live because a lot of people were saying that you ruined my game and that you knew that you were staying and I was going and all this stuff. And I had to clear it up and say that you came back to me and you told me that Vic told you to walk around mopey. Kyle and Ro came to you and told you, don't worry, like you're not going home. And you even came to me straight and you said, LT, like you are the target. Like I really think you're the target. At one point, like I felt like you cared more about me than you cared about staying in the game, right?
Yeah.
So what was your like thought process at that time? Like, who do you think Vic would have put up if Jed had taken me off the block?
I think it's like a 50-50 split. I really think it would have been a coin flip for Vic at the ceremony. It could have either been Beth or it would have been Tashawn. But I'm really leaning towards her putting up Beth. And then I think in that scenario, I think you would have rode for me if Beth was on the block and Beth would have went home. And
Yeah, I honestly, so that's the thing. So from the very beginning, I did not trust Beth and I did not want Beth in our alliance, but she was brought into our alliance without us knowing. And there was always this uncomfortable unease about her being there. And definitely for me, you were one of my number ones, and I definitely would have fought for you to stay over Beth because I knew that I could trust you. I knew that you had my back, and I think that you knew the same. And
yeah,
so, and don't get me wrong, like, you know, a lot of people are saying, like, you know, Big Brother is not about loyalty. It's about, you know, lies and deceit and cutthroat. Yes, absolutely it is. But I think that you need an element of loyalty and trust to get a certain point in the game. And that's what I was trying to build and form with you and Jed and Ty, is to say, like, let's work together and get us this far in the game. And then once we get there, it's like every man for themselves. Like, let's just duke it out and let the best man win. And I think that was my thought process.
yeah. That was my thought process. Even when we were the four, like when we turned into the Sunsetter Fours, like when it was just me, Ty, Jed, and Beth, like I was like, all right, it's a 3v1. I'll take them. I ain't worried. Like I know I'm the low man on that totem pole. I was like, that's all good. Like I'll bet on myself against them. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
all like everyone's like, you want to be the last one in there? I was like, yeah. Like yeah, I think I'm gonna beat them. I said that right to their faces all
I
season.
know, you did. You were so confident, and I think that's what I love about you. And I think, like, why do you think that, like, we gravitated to each other so much? Like, why do you think that our connection is so strong and our friendship is what it is? I think, like, I watched feeds of you in the house, and you were like, you know, like we like a lot of our time spent together. Like, obviously, we had lots of conversations, but we could just sit in silence and just feel out each other's energy. And like, why do you think that was?
Honestly, I don't really have an idea. Like I just vibe with you really well, and like you reminded me of a lot of my homies back home. Like just a very strong woman. Like my girl, she's very strong. Like it's just I've always had female best friends, and like you were just like, and like people kind of would like be very timid around you, and like because you were just like chill sitting there in Expedia, and we were just sitting in there in silence. So people would sit down, then they'd leave. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like we don't have to talk to them. You know what? If I could, I was like, I hated being fake in there, and like it, like keeping up with conversations was like exhausting because it felt like everybody was just fighting for air, and I'm just like, I don't need to fight for air. Like,
I know. We were on the same page. We were, oh, the fakeness. I think that's why we clicked because we just couldn't do the fakeness. We couldn't do it.
I turned it up after you left, though. I was like, shit. So,
Oh,
but
man.
was what it was. And yeah, damn, what could have been.
What could have been? And that's what I think about all the time. Like, how dope would it have been if we, like, you know, the core four, I'm going to say the core four. Nobody come for me right now by saying this because it is what it is, okay? The core four, you, myself, Jed, and Ty, if we had, you know, just made it all the way to the end, that would have been so incredible. And even after I left, that, like, you three were what I wanted to make it to the end. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see the three of you guys make it to the end and then just like duke it out. And I would have just been like so proud. Um, so that's what it was for me, I think.
Yeah, that's honestly that's all I just wanted to make it to the end with them and then duke it out. You know what I'm saying? Like even with how the game transpired, all I needed to do was get to that final four. Like that was my main goal. And if I didn't win, I would be okay with leaving because I didn't win when I needed to. So
Yeah.
that's my like I came like I kind of came second in the HOH. I came second in the veto. Like I had my chance. I was right there. And if I was in that final three competition, I'm sorry, I ain't losing.
Yeah.
So, and I know
Okay,
Deshaun.
so okay, another thing. We know that like you had a really close connection with Tara as well. And Tara made it pretty far in this game. So like, who would you have picked had you been in a situation where you had to choose between like Jed, Ty, and Tara?
Oh, I would
Like,
have.
is your loyalty still with the Sunsetters?
My loyalty probably would have been to Ty.
To Ty. Okay.
Yeah, I would have took Ty to final two because I've been working with Ty since like literally like night one, day two, like, and we just like I don't know how it transpired on the show, but that was my guy. Like I was chilling with him every time. Like we had to sit down for whatever. I always looked to sit by Ty because we always had the biggest reactions, and like we were always chirping each other. So I just got along with Ty. I again, I don't know how it played out on the show, but like, yo, Ty's my guy. Like, yo, Ty's dad just called me. That was Cedric. That was hype. Yeah, Ty's mom messaged me too. I was like, yo, this is dope. So yeah, no, I'm.
Okay.
And well, the thing is like when Braden, Tara, and Ty, like when I left, I was like, whoever wins the final comp, that's who gets my vote. You know, like y'all played
Mhm.
incredible in my eyes. So it really just came down to the final HOH.
Okay. Amazing. Okay, so Keith, you know that like in this game, we all kind of needed one another to make it to where we are. So we actually have a surprise for you guys tonight, everybody that's tuning in. So we're going to wait for that surprise because the Sunsetters wouldn't be who they are with just me and Keith, right? So let's see.
What's going on?
Okay. Mm. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. See here.
Hey, calm down. Hey
Okay. Sorry, guys. Be patient with us.
Yeah. Oh no, I see people in the I want to answer some comments. I see people
Okay,
saying
yeah.
that it was like I said the same things about Jed. Yeah, I did say the same things about Jed. Jed was my guy. Jed and Ty were my guys. Like I love those guys. So much respect. But Jed put me on the block, and I ain't about to get done dirty twice. Like so that's why Ty didn't put me on the block. But I was still, you gotta protect your neck and say it with your chest.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Yo, Adam, chill, bro, chill.
Okay.
Oh, the champion.
Joe, what it do? What it do? What it do?
What it do, baby? What's going on?
Guys, so this is our surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, the Sunsetters wouldn't be what we are without Jed. We're missing Ty, but um Ty's gonna join us at a later date because we've got more juice to give you guys. But right now it's me, Jed, and Keith. Jed, looking like a snack.
Yeah, I got a snack right here. I actually got a nice roti, a little Caribbean food.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that's what your mom ordered for me the other night.
Okay.
Roti. She ordered
Roti.
me the chicken roti.
Jeez.
Ton up.
Run up. What do you guys say, man? Keith, good to see you, brother. Back in Terrace?
yes, sir. Home sweet.
Okay.
The birthday decorations up from the girl's birthday,
Yes, let's go. What happened on your girl's birthday, though?
Huh?
What happened on Jericho's birthday?
Uh, yo, I got a
No, what?
Vic. Yo, they had parades in a bunch of different towns for me that day too, though.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, there was like over 130 vehicles at the one in my hometown. I was like, on the night I got evicted?
Jeez, man, that's whatever. That's love though, man. They love you out there.
Yeah, no, it's been wild, Jed. I don't know what, you know. It's been
I'm about to be there though. I'm gonna pull up.
We're all going. This is gonna be like a celebration. We're gonna book a flight and we're all going out there and we're all gonna turn up.
yo, that would be nuts.
Yo, I don't even know. Can you turn up in Terrace or what?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
I'm down. I'm down. So what are you guys doing right now? You're doing like a Q&A or what?
Okay, so right now there's so many questions that I tried to like scroll through them and I can't even answer the questions because it's just like it's so much. It's like it's so much. I can't even. Okay, Jed and Keith, maybe I can ask you. Okay, here's a question. Was jury bitter?
Kiefer ain't even here. Was Jerry bitter? Honestly, I was there for a week and a half, and there was no bitterness. Like we were all just chilling, and the whole time, everyone in there was being super objective. And every time someone came in, you just took like that new information that they brought from the week that you missed, and we were just like ranking players. Like we were just ranking players based on what we knew about their game, and yeah, it was like very objective. Like Ro, like he's a very rational guy. Everybody knows that. Tina's very rational. You know, Vic was doing her thing. She was a bit emotional, but she at the end of the day, she knew that she was going to be she didn't want to be a bitter juror. And then obviously me, Beth, and Keith, like we're all very rational as well. So I don't think there was any bitterness in the jury. If there was, I think the vote would have been different.
You know, like I went into the jury house and like I was like, honestly, I'm still pretty bitter at Tara.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because she probably had $20,000 right now if she kept me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like Ty wouldn't have taken me to final two.
Yo, what did she promise you? Like, what do I kind of didn't understand that. Did she like promise to not put you on the block, not to take you out, or what?
No, she didn't really promise me. You know, Tara, she never promised anything. He's never knew what was going on.
So did you just like assume that she wouldn't?
No, well, I didn't assume anything. I figured she was leaning towards getting rid of me. Like I just had that feeling, like because as soon as she won it, like she was crying. Obviously, she's happy. Then she looked at me, gave me a
She
look.
was always crying.
Yeah, I was like, she ain't gonna take me, and like, yeah, I think she was still bitter over the the fake double.
Yeah.
I told Bray to vote her out because Bray would have voted Beth out if I said Beth, and when we're passing in the DR, like the DR hallway. But I just wanted to respect Ty's decision, and I didn't want to like ruffle Ty's feathers. You know what I mean? Because I was still working with Ty too, and I was also working with Tara. So me and Braden were both in two like trios, kind of. So we kind of floated with the power, I guess. Like that was my mentality at that point.
Right.
So Keith, you were disappointed that Tara evicted you and didn't keep you, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, LT, I was really close to winning Big Brother. Like,
Yeah.
get that close, the game is different. Like, you're thinking about that money. I was thinking about how I was going to spend it. I was thinking about how hard I was going to work in those comps. I was thinking about what it would mean for me, my family, my people, if I could be crowned the first Indigenous like winner, just the first, you know, a guy who looks like me, a big chubby guy, repping for the guys who are chubby, repping for the guys with mullets. Like, you know, it would just been, it would have been beautiful. But I think she made the right decision, right? Like she made a good game move. She took me out. So she took both me and Jed out. Damn. So respect the game. But I never showed that bitterness to the jury. I said, man, like if Tara's in the final two, I'm probably going to say her name, whether she won or not. You know what I mean? Just from the game that she played in the second half. So,
really? So if Tara was in final two, you would have voted for her to win?
yeah, it would have came
Don't
down.
say that. Don't say that. That's a disappointment. Don't do that.
I don't know. Like, it would have been really tough not to. Like, but
Why? She did absolutely nothing for 90% of the game.
Yeah, well, just you're just blind in the. Everybody was saying like that the same thing. Like they were respecting Tara's game, so it was tough. Like to be objective, like Jed said, we were talking it out. Like we thought her getting out Jed twice was like she was like held up on a
Yeah.
pedestal because like Jed was gonna come for me and Ty, and I was just like, when I seen that face off in the backyard, I was like, oh, Jed's gonna win this game. Like I'm gonna vote for him. Like he's gonna come get me. It's gonna be cool. Hopefully we can be for the week, and then I'll go to jury. Like it'll be.
Bro, man, and like all y'all know that like I was beefing with Tara the whole game, and for me to even be like at the end, I was in a position where I was gonna vote for her to win.
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy to say, but she literally played well in the second half. Like I put her on the block, she took herself off. That was the first move that she really made for herself. She comes back, wins HOH after her number one goes home. She puts up me and Beth, like another big move. And then she pretty much like she didn't orchestrate the trap door, but she facilitated it. She got me to do it, so that's fair. She had a hand in that, and then by getting me out and then winning that double, the fake double, like that's respect, man. Like there was a lot of pressure in that. Like no one understands like that comp. Like it was you can be in a comp and think like, oh, I might hit the block if I lose this, but in that comp, knowing that you're going home if you lose this, it's a different kind of pressure. And she was down. Like I was up 2-0, and she still came back and won. So I have all the respect in the world for that. And then just her pulling out that veto on the 4, like making that move on Keith. You got to respect that she got some big dubs when she needed them in this game. And if she's up there sitting next to someone like Braden, who also didn't play the game until probably day 50, day 55, yeah, he won out in the end. He won 3 comps in a row, but how is that any different than what Tara did? Like Tara didn't play the game, and then she won some comps in the end. So if she was sitting there beside Braden, I was very close to saying I would give her my vote.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can understand that because I think that you are right in that, like in the end. And the one thing I will say about Tara is, I mean, obviously, she's not my choice to win. She's not my favorite player. But what I will say is that Tara is a fighter. And I think that like towards the end, when it really mattered, she really dug deep. I think she was really, really hard on herself. And at the end of the day, I hope that, you know, she does give herself credit and is proud of the game that she played, the game side of it. And so, yeah, I give her kudos for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think like strategically, a lot of Big Brother winners are people that didn't win in the beginning and then they win out in the end. That's just pretty much that's like the trend. People that win out from the very beginning. If you start winning early, you got to win everything. Like
everything.
You know,
because you're a threat. Like if you start winning early, like you're a threat. Like everybody's looking at you as the target, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, she was.
Yo, Keith, if I was in the final 3 with you, would you have actually taken me to 2?
I would have beat anybody I was sitting next to. So yeah, probably.
Okay.
So when Jed went home, Jed and I had like a long, well, it was like what, we were on like video chat for like what, about an hour or so when you came home yesterday. I think we were on video chat.
Yeah.
And I was telling Jed that like the level of respect that Keith has for you is so high. And Keith's the kind of player that he's so confident in his game and in his strategy and in who he is that, and he had so much respect for you, Jed, that he wanted to sit beside the best.
Yeah.
And so from day one, my conversations with Keith, he's always said that, like, you know, like, I think Jed's the best. Like, he's my number one, and I want to sit beside the best. Like, I want to win beside the best. Whereas other people's mentality is like, I'm going to take somebody that's weaker because it gives me a better chance of winning. But I think that Keith wanted to really win. Like, that's a win. I think that sportsmanship is when you know that, like, you're playing against the best opponent and then you win. Like, that's like a win. You know what I mean? Am I wrong, Keith, or am I right?
That was my mentality. I mean, you've seen our alliance at the start, like the core 4, as you said it. Like it was, you know, Ty and Jed. They're both intellectual, strong, physical players who had a good social game. And yeah, I mean, they were targets the whole game, literally the entire game. Like,
yeah,
like people don't know what it's like to be a target the entire game. It's
Yeah.
different. Like I was not a target for a very long time. I did my time on the block, and then the next time that I was a target was when Jed put me up briefly, and then when Tara won the POV, which I mean, Tashawn put me on the block, but it was all arbitrary. It all came down to the POV anyways. So essentially, me, Tara, and Bray were all on the block.
Yeah.
So yeah, like to be a target the entire game, it's
Different.
It's
And then
strange.
like even like being on team defender in like the first 2 weeks, like we lost. So
Yo,
we literally had to play from the beginning, and that sucked. Like we didn't even get a chance to just like relax and just breathe and not worry.
Yo, that's true. Like seriously, being on the block the first 2 weeks, I mean, I think it was all of our biggest fears to go home first. That's like your biggest nightmare as a Big Brother player, to go home first. And just losing that first comp, I was like, damn, bro, like I'm out. Like, it's so easy to just take out a big physical guy. And just even watching the episodes back, like some people were thinking that. Like I thought I was pretty well off with the relationships I had made on Team Destiny, just like with the Sunsetters. But I was worried, man. Just even watching it back now, like people were pitching me hard. So I'm like, me and you, Toy, like people were trying to get us.
Told you that the
Yeah,
hot
like I feel like
side,
from day one, and it's so crazy. From day one, people, for whatever reason, were just targeting me, you, and Ty from day one, to the point where we were like, okay, guys, like let's not even like hang around each other. Like let's pretend like we're not really that close. But it didn't even matter. Like we could have ignored each other since day one, and for whatever reason, people thought that we had something going, which we did, but we were a target. Like, and even if they said we weren't a target, like we were a target. Like they thought we were a big threat, and they just wanted us out from day one, and there's nothing that we could have done to avoid it. So the fact that like you boys made it that far is actually pretty amazing, because everybody was gunning for you guys.
Yeah, man, and that's like, like it's what I kind of told Keith when I initially put him on the block. It was just like, listen, like you've made these moves, but people have
Why
been
did you do that, Jed? Like, why did you do that?
listen,
Why?
listen. I
Why?
mean, it comes back. Okay, like that was definitely my biggest mistake in the game. Like I've already said, I've already told Keith that. Like I've already said it. But in the moment, I got caught up, bro. Like I got caught up, and it was just like me trying to make a big move. It was at the final 7 situation, and I was like, pretty much what they did to me on the 6. Like, if we can't get him now, how are we gonna get him? When are we gonna get him? And yeah, at that point, I was just like, the thing that was weighing on me the most was like the invisible HOH stuff, and just the fact that like he didn't tell us about Vic being the invisible HOH, which could have really sewered Ty's game because everyone was pointing at Ty, and he could have gotten a lot of flack for that, and it could have put him under. So by Keith not telling us that, like it really made the decisions that we made like harder. Like Vic going home. You know what I mean? Like if we had known that she was potentially going to put us up on invisible HOH, that would have been an easy decision to backdoor her. But instead, we were like flip flopping that whole week. Like, should we put her up? Like, should we send her home? But had he told us that information, there would have been a no brainer. So just like that little bit of information would have helped, I think. And like I think just that in itself made me think that Keith was kind of saving face with Vic in the case that she stayed over prioritizing our relationship. So that was why I put him up. Sorry. But as you saw, like by the end of the week, I couldn't do it, man. Like it's just I'm not built for that. I'm not built like that. Like Keith was my number
So
one.
what was the turning point? Like, what was the point where you were just like, I can't do this?
Man, like I knew in my head that Keith was obviously the bigger target. If you put him up like that, like technically he should go home, but I'm just too loyal, man. Like I was just like, man, Keith has been riding for us this whole game. He's made moves that he really could have killed us when he was HOH on day 20, man. Like he easily could have put up us 3. Like we were the ones that voted him out. Why wouldn't he put us up? Like it makes sense. And just in other situations, he's always riding for us. And at that point, I just said, listen, I just want to be loyal to you. You've been loyal to us. Let's just keep him. I feel like, you know, he'll probably be able to get over it at the end of the day. And yeah, I just didn't want to play that dirty game. I just didn't want to be dirty. So yeah, I put him
Okay,
up. But I
so
didn't.
then with that, right? So Keith, Jed puts you on the block, but then he changes his mind and he decides like, obviously I made a mistake. And you know, I've always said that like Keith is like such a key component of the Sunsetters, and you know, nobody in the Sunsetters would have gotten as far as they did without Keith, because he won comps and he really did protect the Sunsetters, right? So then after Jed put you up, like how hard was it for you to then turn on him?
It
Because
was
that hurt me. I'm not gonna
oh
lie.
God.
I wasn't happy.
Oh, I bet. Yo,
Okay.
I kept looking at I was like, should we flip? Should we keep him? Like shit. We could take him out next week. Like
Yeah.
it was one of the hardest, like day 55 was one of the hardest days of my goddamn life. Like they really sent us for it. Like I kind of lost my will to play for a bit after that, because seeing Jet go out, like I haven't seen the episode, but we were emotional. Like we were all I really didn't want to do it. Like obviously, but we were in way too deep, and I knew what it was like for me to be on the block on that Thursday and be like, damn, like, you know. Oh, no, so yeah, it was not easy. And Jed is one hell of a player, because even in his final speech, I was like, damn, should I fucking vote Bray out? I kept staring at Ty, and I was trying to make eye contact with Ty. I was like, I was just like, damn.
Bro, I love it. I would have loved that.
We could get him. We're gamers, man.
Exactly, bro. Like honestly, like
you had a good pitch, man. It hit us hard. Like it was not easy in the slightest.
yeah.
But
I mean, I tried to pitch hard to the very end. Like I told you guys, like I literally told you guys, don't make your decision the night before. Like don't tell me the night before. Like I want to have a chance on the day of too, because I'm gonna gun for it on the day of, up until the very moment Arissa says go vote. I wanted me to have a little bit of hope. So even like, yeah, I was like, Ty, man, like just do the 1-2, just do the 1-2 finger thing on the couch for me. At least give me that hope up until the vote. Like, like at least think about it. But my main pitch to you guys was just like, literally be confident in yourselves. Like Ty, I think a lot of his insecurities came out in this game, and him losing a lot of those comps. Like he was like 1 for 7 in vetoes or something crazy like that. It really started hitting him. And him as an athlete, he's a competitive athlete, just like me. And we see you guys lose. When you're losing like that, like it really hits you in the mental. And I think that he was in a place where he just thought that he could never beat me. So that's why he was so adamant about sending me home. But I was like, Ty, you can beat me, man. Like just trust yourself. Like you can literally beat me later. Just don't let me go out like this. Like this is harsh. But
Okay, so Jed, like, how do you feel about, like, let's just keep it real, right? Honestly, genuinely, transparently, like, how do you feel about, because Ty was your number one, right? And I think everybody knew that, like, even I knew that, right? How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about Ty turning on you? Like, how do you feel about him being so adamant and persistent in getting you out?
I mean, I understood. Like I understood the game move. I think the whole time I was just like, I saw the game as a. I know it's not a team game; it's an individual game. But me, just being someone that has played team sports my whole life, I've always put a team before myself, and that's what I was doing. Like it was me putting the team before myself. Like I always saw the Sunsetters in the 4, and then the Sauce in the 3. Like that's just literally what I was seeing, and that's what I was striving for. And this seems, obviously it was a trap. It was a trap door, but it was the only move that could have made that happen. And that's literally all I was seeing. I didn't see Braden in the final 3. I didn't see Tara in the final 3. I didn't see no oddballs in the final 3. Like I didn't see that. I didn't see that. So like me making this move was just trying to get our people to the end. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking about like, who can I be? Who can I do? Like, I just thought that would all come later. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I did it. I did it for the squad. Obviously, like Ty said, he never wanted to touch the block. I didn't let him touch the block.
Same.
Like when Vic was HOH and threatened to put Ty on the block, I didn't use the veto because I didn't want Ty to hit the block. When Tara threatened that she would put him on the block if I took myself down, I didn't take myself down because I didn't want to hit the block. So
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about you using the veto on Beth. Let's talk about it.
yeah, I mean, like obviously that looks like it was a move made like to save Beth, but at the end of the day, it wasn't. It was a move made to save my alliance. Like Ty didn't want to hit the block. I didn't know who was going home if Ty hit the block against Beth, and I didn't want Ty to go home. So all of a sudden, you see Ty, a big physical guy up there against Beth, who has one comp win and isn't that physical. How like I know that he was tight with Bray and Keith, but I mean, you flipped on me because we could flip on Ty too, you know. So I didn't want to risk Ty going home that week, and I didn't want him to hit the block. So
okay, but
so,
was
yeah.
there talks about you having a final 3 at that point
With who?
with Bray? Sorry, not you. Sorry, you, Bray, and Beth.
Me, Bray, and Beth. No, I never had a final
No?
3 with Braden. It was like me, Keith, and Beth had like a final 3.
Right. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, you, Keith, and Beth, and then I think Ty found out about that. But at
Yeah.
that same time, you were trying to save Ty.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't really know Ty. I didn't know Ty found out about the final 3.
Okay.
That came out after, and that added to like his pitch of why he's evicting me. So by the end of the week, that's what came out. He's like, bro, like you had a final 3, like you're gonna cut me. Like it is what it is. So yeah, that added fuel to the fire for sure. But again, like before I even made the move, I didn't even know about any of that. I didn't know that he knew anything about that. Like I was still technically trying to get, like it was at the 6, right? I was trying to get us to at least the 4. And
Right.
then, like if it was like me, Beth, Ty, and Keith, like whatever, whoever wins. That's kind of where my mentality was at. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. Did it for the squad. Did it for the squad.
Things got wild in there, LT. Like after every week, the game like changed. The feelings changed. Like every week, it felt like a different mentality. Like you had to change the way that you were playing and change relationships. It was just like it was crazy.
Yeah, and I understand that because literally, I mean, I understand that because like, look how many times, like even in like when I was in there, look how many times we like went back and forth and flipped. Like literally, things change from like hour to hour, day to day, second to second. It's like we did not know what we were doing. Like we were just flip-flopping all the time and nothing was inconsistent. Like the game was just so messy from like day 1 to the final day, in my perspective.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Like managing relationships was nuts. Like, I mean, I think one of our biggest moves, honestly, as the Sunsetters after you left Toya, was not burning a bridge with Vic. And that helped us because we easily could have just went off on her and been pissed, but we kept that relationship. We told her like it's okay. We're gonna stay with you. We're gonna be strong with you. When all the oddballs tried to get her on the block after Roe took himself down with Kiefer's HOH, we made sure that she didn't go on the block, and we made her know that we made sure that she didn't go on the block. So when she was invisible, if in any other situation, it would have been me and Ty on the block. But the fact
And that's why she saved you when she was invisible. That's why she saved you, Keith, and Ty when she was invisible, because you were able to keep your emotions out of it and play the game, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. In that situation, we had to, because if we would have burned that bridge, we would have been fucked in the invisible age.
Yeah, I knew we didn't have the numbers. I knew it was like basically a 4v6 after you left. Like, and we needed to start chipping away at numbers because I still kind of had Tina. Like winning that HOH where I got Kyle out was so pivotal. It changed the trajectory of the game for us. Like,
yeah, I mean, we
felt good.
we made a whole ass fake alliance with Vic to make sure that she didn't come for us. You know what I mean? Like I thought of the name myself. Like, I mean, it sucks. It sucks that we did that, and like she's really cheesed about us doing that. But at the same time, she was in alliances with literally everybody. Like she talks like I walked into jury and she says, boom, like what happened with Ghost Peppers? Like you betrayed me. But then Kiefer walks in and goes, what happened with Real Spice? Like you betrayed me. So I'm like, which one was it? Like, which one were you loyal to then? Because if you wanted to take us to the end, where does Keith come into that? Where does Real Spice come into that?
Still adamant that she would have took me to the end. So I really don't even know. I still feel like I was her number one and I burned her the worst.
Yeah,
like,
but
I was like, I still feel bad.
Yeah, like, but at the same time, it's like, how are you number one? And then she says she wants to be in the BBCAN Awards with us.
Yeah, she wanted to be my day to the BBCAN Awards.
That's what I'm saying. It just ain't lining up. She got the glossy posse. Like she has all these alliances. She has Party Farm. Like she's got all this stuff going on. So I don't think
she so good at the Invisible HOH. You know what I mean? Like I was watching it knowing she was. I'm just like, I don't know if I can. I don't know what to trust. You know what I mean? Like you get lost in there, and it's tough because you can only judge on actions. So I had no idea, and I knew she did not like Beth, and unfortunately, I was so loyal to the Sunsetters. I was like, I can't let Beth go for Vic. And like when Beth was HOH, it's like Beth, like Vic would eventually come for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was just being honest.
Yeah, like you were pretty honest, man. Honest, and that whole thing, you never really like when it was Tara and Vic. Like you were pretty like level headed on both sides. You said like, okay, Vic is probably better for my game, but not for your guys' game. And you're like, Tara's probably better for your game, but not mine. Like you're very rational in that situation, which was good.
Game mentality. So, Jed, do you regret using the veto on Beth?
Obviously I've been asked that question a lot, but no, I don't actually. I think my biggest regret, as I said before, was putting Kiefer on the block. I think once I did that, the loyalty was kind of out the window with everybody, and Ty started to feel like he was in a position that could happen to him. So once he saw me do that and my ability to put someone like Kiefer, who was my day one, on the block, he felt as though he could be next in a certain situation. So I think if I never put Kiefer on the block, if I put someone up like Braden, and like Braden went home or Tina still went home or whatever, and then Tara were to win that HOH and put up Beth and I, then I think that veto plan could have actually worked. I think it actually would have worked because Kiefer would have voted for me to stay because I would still be extremely loyal. And yeah, so I don't regret. I honestly
it might have. We might be
Yeah.
able to pull it. Like I really think that it could have worked. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have worked, bro, honestly. And like at that point, it was all about saving the squad. So I really don't take it back. Like when the move was brought up, it sounded crazy to everybody else, but to me, I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. I got 3 Sunsetters in the voting. That's light. Like that's my team.
Yeah.
So let's
Like
just do
had it worked, you thought this would have been an epic move that had never been done before, basically, right?
Of all time.
Yeah. Like obviously it's never been done before. It's obviously for a reason. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy move. But yeah, I mean that's just how it works.
I don't agree. I think you should have saved yourself. But hey, I get it. I understand. I mean, Jed, you know I'm gonna always be honest with you, right?
Devil's advocate, baby. Devil's advocate. I love that. I love that for you. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to speculate, but in the moment, I mean, hindsight's 20/20. Like in the moment, I felt as though that's what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to lose someone. Obviously, like the loyalty wasn't there, but I didn't want to lose somebody in my immediate alliance at that point because I still felt like having people like Tara and Braden in the game in the 5 was dangerous. So, I just like that's what I wanted to do. That's just what I wanted to do, and I can't regret it.
Okay. Well, that's just what it is.
They're gonna bring you back. They're gonna bring Jed back for sure, I think. Or you're gonna be on the challenge, baby. Let's go.
Shout out the challenge. Someone tag the challenge. I'm trying to go on the challenge, boy.
Okay, so Jed, I mean, you know I love you. You are my boy. You are my day one. But I'm gonna have to put you on the spot right now because everybody wants to know, and I'm gonna ask you.
Let
And I'm
me
gonna,
I'm gonna drink them.
you're gonna put, yeah.
What are you drinking, Keith?
I know some free advertising right here.
When is Beth and Jed getting married? That's what everybody wants to know.
Wait, what'd you
They
ask?
want to know. The people want to know, when is Jed and Beth getting married? Not on my watch.
Holy shit. I didn't know we were
Not
getting
on Mama
married.
T's watch.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Jed's gonna, huh?
I'm gonna go no comment on that. I'm gonna eat my roti right here.
You get your roti. Okay, you do that. I love you though.
Run on the roti.
Ah!
We'll
Oh
get
my
married.
God!
We'll get married at the same time that me and you will get married. How about that?
Oh.
Oh, so that's like never then. So,
Exactly. No. What?
okay. All right, the people got their answer.
I got the
The
10K for the
people
ring though.
got their answer.
I got
Yo,
the
they never
10K for the
showed
ring.
any of the defenders talks.
Jed, do you have 10K for that ring though? Because
I got it.
you got 10K for my ring.
Yes, I got
He
it.
does.
What if I up that to like 20K? Do you got that for my
Oh,
ring?
LT. 10K is a very
I'm
reasonable
worth it.
price.
I still got it.
You still got it.
I can come up with it in time. Oh man, you guys know how it is.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
how it is. I know how it is. I got you.
Fuck.
Oh man, this is great.
Let's move the heat on to Latoya here.
Okay, go ahead.
Why wouldn't you
You're
cuddle
a
me?
cop?
Why would you cuddle me in Defender?
Oh, so you're gonna just call me out like that? Okay.
You
Okay.
want to call me
So,
out? Let's get it.
but did you really want to cuddle me though? Like, was that a thing, or like? So maybe you didn't see this clip yet, but I had made a comment about like we're on TV and we're in this environment where we're in this environment where like it's a cooking pot, right? And I'm 34 years old and I'm at a point in my life where I'm not trying to have a fling. Like, I'm not trying to have a showmance, right? Like, if I'm going to have any kind of intimacy or relationship with anybody, it's going to be real, it's going to be genuine, and it's going to be sacred, and it's going to be private. And I'm going to honor that. And I did not want to have a showmance on TV. That's just what it is, right?
It would have been so good, though.
Would have been so good.
Come on.
Would have been so good, baby.
He would have used the veto.
But that's what I'm saying. Jeb was just looking for a fling. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jeb was just looking for a good time. I'm not about a good time. I'm
How
a
do you
woman.
know? How do you know that?
I know, Jed. I know.
That's romantic.
I
He's
wasn't
one of the
looking-
most thoughtful people I've ever met in my life.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying he's not thoughtful. He is
You're
a
right,
thoughtful person,
You're
but I'm not trying to like be vulnerable in front of all of Canada with somebody only to have BBCAN9 end, and then that's all it was.
Bro, you live 30 minutes away from me.
Ooh.
But
you could come through in the cruiser.
I'm one of like what 5 women that you could choose from inside the house, but outside of the house there's all these other options, right? So I'm an option now. Am I going to be your option afterwards? I don't know.
I think you're a great option in any setting.
Oh, okay.
I told you that, and we've all saw the clip on the couch when we said, "Boom, you're a great catch. You're a great catch, Toy."
I'm just gonna sit here and scratch my head, my bald head.
You're oiling up my hair. You're doing my thing, like.
Yo, first off, we got the 3 greatest defenders of all time in the chat right now.
Yeah. Shout out Team Defender, man.
Yo, Team Defender all the way.
Yeah, for real. I got to get my defender tattoo pretty soon, right on my lower back. So whenever like I bend over, people will see it.
I love it, man. You gotta get that defender tat ASAP.
So can I clear something up while we're like while we got like the audience? I see people commenting like people think like
1 second, I'll be back.
okay.
Keep talking.
Good. People think that I like manage the jury. Like Vic asked me who I was voting for, and I said Tishawn because that's who I was voting for. I didn't tell her to vote for Tishawn. What I what I actually said to Vic was I was like, Vic, vote with your heart. There's no wrong decision here. Both of them are deserving to win this game. Like it comes down to the final comp for me, and I respect Tishawn not hitting the block, shielding himself behind big targets. Like he played a great game. He won when he needed to. So I don't feel like I swayed. I don't feel like I ran the jury. I feel like that's like a huge thing. I was like, what? I ran the jury. Like, damn, like, yo, I thought it was going to be 4-3 for Bray. Didn't you think that, Jed? I thought that's what.
I thought yeah. I think, I don't know, man. I thought it was going to be, I honestly didn't think it was going to be 4-3. Like, after Ty's speech, I honestly, after his speech, I was like, okay, he's going to win. I thought he was going to honestly unanimously win. But I just thought that, like, Braden came with, like, his normal Braden speech. And he has been, like, just kind of, like, I don't know. He has, like, a lot of blanket statements, and it's, like, kind of vague. And he's been like that when he's been on the block every week throughout the season. So even Rose said, like, if Braden comes with, like, a Braden speech, I'm probably going to vote for Ty. And that's exactly what happened. Ty came with more fire.
Basically, so Kiefer didn't have a influence on, like, so, because yeah, I did see that as well. People were saying that, like, Kiefer played a big role in convincing people to vote for Ty. So that's not the case. Literally, the vote came down to, because me personally, I thought that Ty did such a great job of selling himself at the end.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought he did a great job. I don't think, like, my biggest thing in the jury was not to sway anybody's votes. Like, I was thinking, Jed, you could probably vouch for me on this. I never said one bad thing about Tara in the house. Like, and she got me real salty.
I'm surprised. Like, seeing how you actually felt about her afterwards, I literally would never have guessed that, because you walked into the jury house, you didn't say one bad thing about Tara. You said, like, because all of us were saying if Tara's in that final two, there's a great chance that she wins the game. And Keith was like, yeah, facts. Like, he never once dragged her, ever.
Yeah, I wasn't about that. Like, this is like life-changing money we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, now I see, like, the people saying, like, I ran the jury like I ran the house. I'm like, I really didn't.
Okay.
I went in there with, like, an open mind. And to me, when I left, because I was working so tightly with Tara, with Bray, and with Ty, I was like, guys, you all have great resumes. For me, it comes down to who wins the final comp. Because I know what the comps are like the fourth HOH and the fourth veto. My heart was beating out of my chest. Like, I was stressing. Like, those are different kind of comps, especially when you could taste that money. When you got a 50% chance to win at least $20,000, like, yo, those comps mean everything. And you're thinking about it the whole time.
So, Sways. Yeah, man. No, like, that pressure is different, man. Like, and I felt it in that battle back. Like, because pretty much when you're in that final four, that veto, like, it's pretty much like a battle back, because if you lose and you're the bigger target, you're going home for sure. So, like, that's like, the pressure is crazy, and you have to respect people that won out like that. Like, Ty won the final 3 HOHs. Like, that's tough. Like, that's tough. And, like, he deserved, like, to me, he deserved to win because of that. Like, he did his thing. Like, he did his thing.
Did. I think, you know what? I think we really need to appreciate Ty's game, because Ty played different roles throughout the entire game, and he played the perfect role when he needed to play it.
Right.
Yeah, I think
so. He switched up when he needed to. Like, he was quiet and let other people, like, kind of take the lead and protect him when he needed to. And then when he really needed to come out of his shell and, like, you know, be that lion and take charge and influence and speak up and make decisions and win competitions, like, he did that.
Absolutely. I think everyone says it in this game, like, comp wins aren't everything at all. And it's not about quantity, it's quality, the quality of the win. Where was the win? Was it when you really needed it? And he won when he needed it. He didn't have to win early in the game. He really didn't have to. He positioned himself perfectly, that he was good with Austin, he was good with Vic, he was good with Keith, he was good with Vic, he was good with Beth. You know,
Yep.
he was good with Keith on the double. He was good with me. So like he never had to worry about touching the block.
Right.
So, and then when he did have to worry about touching the block, he won 3 times in a row. So
Yeah.
come on, like that's a dub.
That's
Yeah.
a huge
For
dub.
sure.
It's a huge dub. And you know, like that's not even like slandering Braden's game. Like Braden, I think, played a great game as well. Like he had to turn it up after Austin left. I don't really know what he was saying with Austin. Like if she would have stayed, I don't know what would have happened. But yeah, he had to realign. Like, and then like he had to roll with the punches with that one. He had to realign. He had to find Ty. He slid in there with Keith, and he did a good job of setting himself up. And yeah, he won. He won when he needed to win too. He won 3 in a row. So I think at that point it just came down to the final HOH.
Yeah, all three of them like really heavily second half players. Like they got rid of me, who has been viewed by the entire jury, someone who's been playing the entire game. So it made the decision of who was going to win a lot harder.
Right.
Even for me, like I would have been fine saying any of their names on finale night if they had won. You know what I mean? Like Kara had won. I mean, I would have been.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, man. Well, I think we're all agreed that everyone in the jury house agreed that if Keith made it to the final 2, like he was winning the game. So like that was my vote was already locked in at that point.
Yeah.
I was like,
And that's what I think everybody knew that. Everybody knew, like I've said from the get-go, Keith played the best game.
yeah.
Had Keith made final 2 and you did not vote for him, you're a hater, straight up, because he deserves to win. From start to finish, he has played the best game. Like he has won competitions, his social game's good, his interactions with everybody's good. He took himself off the block. He won POVs. He touched people's hearts. He built connections. He literally hit every single point that you need to hit to win Big Brother.
Yep. He did it all, man.
Right.
Yeah, yo, man. That's what I'm saying, Keith. If you would have finessed your way into that final 2, there was a wrap, bro. Like it was a wrap.
Yeah, no, I knew it. I knew, and I was like the whole time I was just hyping up Ty's game. I was hyping up Bray's game, Harry's game. Like that was my strategy. Was like, yo, it's whoever wins the final comp wins the game. I just wanted a chance at that final comp because I knew in my right mind none of these people were taking me. I don't care. I knew Ty would cut me, but it's like that, that. It cut me like lightning. No pitch to Ty. I would be like, all right, big dog. Like, yo, it is what it is. I love you. You got my vote.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
cried like a baby leaving no matter what. So,
yo, man, like my whole press was like centered around, you know, are you still mad at Ty? Are you still mad at Ty? And I was honestly like, I'm not even mad at Ty. Like, literally, everyone's like, will you ever be able to recover from this? And I was like, man, like, there's nothing to recover from. Like, that was a good move for him. He knew that he had to get me out sometime. And I'm probably one of the most rational people in the house. Like, I'm going to love this guy no matter what. So.
And you know what, Jess? Oh, these dogs. So you know what? I think, honestly, that's why people love and respect you so much is because you really are such an incredible person. And like you really are so pure at heart, and the fact that you're able to separate like the game from the personal is why Canada loves you. Like everybody knows, like I ride for you because like genuinely at the core you are such a good person, and I think a lot of people expected you and wanted you to hold animosity and resentment against Ty. And the fact that you're able, I think you said it perfectly. You talked about the ball court, like being on the court and off the court. And like, you really couldn't have said it better. And I think I have a lot of respect for you for that, for being able to separate the two and know that like, that was a game move for Ty and that your friendship is solid and that like moving forward, we'll all be able to maintain our friendship after this and have love and respect for each other. And I love you for that. And I think that Canada loves you for that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I literally went into that game and I said, I'm not gonna mix the bag with personal and game stuff. Like like I can, like, even watching the season back, like I can appreciate people talking game behind my back and like plotting against me and scheming against me. Like, it's Big Brother. Like, that's the game. I'm not gonna be cheesed about that.
Hmm.
It's when there's like attacks on like my character or my values and my morals. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's not even game related, and
Right.
that's when it gets too deep for me.
Right.
So I know that Ty never attacked me on a personal level. I know that he only had good things to say about me. Hence why he had to get me out. He told me, like he said, like, Jed's good at everything. He can win. Like, he's one of the most, stand-up guys I've ever met. And yeah, I respect that and I appreciate that. Like, he said that he wanted to get Tara out after me because she's the one that got me out. Like,
Hmm.
stuff, little things like that made me, like, it showed me that he does love me. He just had to
Right.
do it on a game level, which I can
Right.
completely respect. And a lot of people thought that I wasn't gonna give him my vote in the end. Like,
Yeah.
that was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I like, come on. It's a Sunsetter, it's an oddball, it's a Sauce member, it's an oddball. It's my guy that I've been playing with from the very beginning. Like, he's my boy. I would never be petty like that and not give him my vote. Like, game, respect, game. Like I said, on the court, in the game, yeah, we could have hated each other in that last week. But off the court, outside of the game, I'm completely fine. I've played like that my whole life. So, boom,
Okay.
boom. You get my vote.
Nice.
Fourth vote, baby. I'm the one that put you over the hump. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, I confirmed too, man. I didn't get no love on that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So before we wrap it up, I feel like, like throughout this journey, we've had a lot of, we've had a lot of like Canada that's just been supporting us and been showing us so much love. And even like all the people that's tuning in today, like we're at like 1,500 people that are watching us right now. And I would really like to give one of our viewers an opportunity to like jump on with us and just like chat with us for like 2 to 5 minutes and just maybe ask us a question that they have, because I think that, you know, there's a lot of people out there who invest a lot of their time and their energy into supporting us. And so it would just be nice to just kind of bring somebody on and like just show them our love and just kind of like interact with them. Like, are you guys good with that?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah? Okay.
bring them
Okay.
in.
Yeah, let's bring somebody in.
Bring them out.
Let's
Hey.
Hey!
Pops up on the screen.
Okay, let's see if we can get somebody in here.
Somebody request.
Who's gonna be though?
Let's see. Let's see if we can bring somebody in here to just chat with us, and because I feel like the people who like watch BBCAN and support us and ride for us, like we thank you guys so much and for your love and your support. Because it's a lot harder than you guys think, and all of us get a lot of hate. We get a lot of love, but we all get some kind of hate. And for the people who support us and love us, like thank you so much. And I think that we just want to give you guys an opportunity to just come on here and just vibe with us, really.
Yeah, ask
Yeah.
anything. We're pretty open about like all gameplay now. Like the game is over, like you
Yeah.
only get to
Yeah.
just get to see a little sliver of what actually went down in the house. Like,
Yeah, man. That's what I kind of wanted to say too. Is like, when it comes to Big Brother, man, like we're in the house 24/7, and there's only so much that's shown, and yeah, only we know, the extent of the relationships that we made in there. Like, I know Keith better than anyone does right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I slept beside this guy for time. Like, I know this
yeah,
guy.
it's
Cook
true.
meals together. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, man, like it's just a different level when you're in that house. And I think like it's easy to say you should have done this and you should have done that. Hindsight's 2020, but every move that we made in that moment seemed like the best move for us. So
Yeah.
it's really easy to speculate when you're not inside the house. You're not feeling those emotions. There's a pressure cooker in there. Everything's so fast paced. So yeah, man. Hopefully everybody can respect the move that we made, and we can talk objectively about the game. And let's get it going. Who we getting?
Oh, it's saying, I don't know why it's saying there should be able to be 4 people in the live, but now it's saying I can only have 3. I don't know why. That's weird.
Shout out my boy Adam.
Yeah, yo, I seen Adam reached out to me too, and I seen that he wants to be your bestie, Jed.
Yeah, man. Me and Adam.
Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. It's saying that I can only have 3 people in the live. I don't know why. That's because usually it's 4, right?
Should we just go through a couple of questions that they have, or are they still submitting questions? Yo, how do we bring on Adam?
I don't know if we can add anybody else in here.
Yeah, I don't think we can because I tried to accept a 4th person and it's not letting me. But like usually you can have 4 people. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there we go. Let's try it again.
Yo, if it's Adam Pike, I'm literally gonna piss myself.
What's up, Meg? Meg Doran. Kiefer, I want you to be my cool uncle.
Yeah. Call me Goggy Keith, baby, hang loose.
In between the lines. Right outside the lines, hang loose, baby.
Would you guys do like All Stars? Like, would you guys do another? Like, would you guys come back and do it again?
What's up, Darnell?
Yeah.
Hey, look at what do you have, Tina?
Yo, is Teens in here?
Teens is in here.
No way. Yeah, I would 100% come back, but it would have to be a decision made with me and my partner because she held it down in the homestead. Like it's been hard work for her here, looking after the kids, the dogs, the house, you know, just like being a super mom. So like sacrificing that time, we would really have to make it worth it. So we're gonna have to see how this comes out on the other side. Things are a bit crazy right now, but to be called an all-star and Big Brother, it would be really hard to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat. Like I think it'd be very hard to say no. I think oh, here we go. Look at this.
Oh, whoa.
What up?
Good.
Oh, what up?
Hello.
What's good, man?
Let me sit up for that. Let me sit up for the cool guys.
Okay, what are you saying?
All right.
Not much. So, I've known Toya for a long time, and it was very, very, very interesting watching her on the show. Watching you guys vibe and get along right away. I want to know how important was it from the get-go to say, yo, we can actually get a minority to win. And not, I know I've seen people make comments like, if somebody said that we're only taking a white person, it'd be a problem. So it's strictly for inclusivity. For everybody in here, it's strictly for inclusivity and for it to be something different. How important was that for you guys?
I think for me personally, it was very important, man. Like this was the most diverse cast in BBCAN history. Between people of color and then the LGBTQ community, we have never seen this many house guests that was this diverse. So I think it was important to a lot of people that the representation of people of color or the LGBTQ community was really represented. And if that meant just us going far in the game, just playing a heavy role in the game or even winning the game, that would have been unreal. Obviously, Tashawn was the first Black male to ever win Big Brother. Like, that is huge. And I think at the end of the day, I can sleep at night knowing that he embodied the whole season as being the most diverse cast. And I love that. And honestly, though, like, everybody had something. Like, if Tara were to have won, yes, she's a cis white female. But at the end of the day, she is a mother. She would have been the first mother to ever win Big Brother Canada. So, like, that in itself is dope. If Kiefer would have won, he would have been the first Indigenous person to win Big Brother Canada. If Latoya won, she would have been the first Black LGBTQ woman to win Big Brother Canada. So everybody had something. And I think it was just important for us that our season was represented by what it was. It was the most diverse cast ever. And I'm super happy to have seen 2 Black males in the final 2.
Yes.
Like that made history.
Yes, Jay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm happy with how it played out. But at the end of the day, everybody played a role. We're happy with everybody that was on this season. Obviously, we had cis white people on the season. Love them to death as well. But I'm just happy that people from each walk of life were represented.
Yes.
And I'm just super proud to have been a part of this cast, man. Like, the diversity was unreal.
Yeah.
And it was great to see. So
I think Jed said, he just said a lot of things there, but I'm going to tackle. it was super important, but it wasn't like from a game standpoint, it wasn't, it wasn't life or death. Like if Tara had won that final competition, she deserved to win. And I would have put her chip down and I would have voted for her to win. If she won that competition, she would have won out. She would have won everything that she needed to. But that's just how the cookie crumbled at the end of the day with how it was. The whole season was diverse. So the chances were extremely high and everybody came out gunning. Like LT was a beast. Spicy V was a beast. Jed was a beast. I was the biggest beast of them all.
Back.
We everybody came out guns blazing, and like, yeah, it was super powerful to see, Ty and Braden up on that screen, 1 and 2 right there. Tara 3, I was 4, like Beth 5, Jed 6. Like it was beautiful to be a part of, and it was like a very special season. And we knew what we were. And again, I can only speak from my own experience, but as the only Indigenous person there, I felt the weight of all of our nations on my shoulder, and I had to represent for everyone. I was really hoping that I could share that load. I was really hoping that it wasn't just all on me. There was no LT for me. There was no Ty for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just me. So I had to show up and show out. And I did not want to go out second. I did not want to go out third. Like
you had a point to prove, man. You had a point to prove the whole season, man.
I was gonna say I think you definitely like every single time represented.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. And I mean, I think everybody represented, to be honest. I think everybody played such a key role. And I think regardless of what your race, your sexuality, your religion was, I think that we all connected with each other on a level that has never been done before, because we all come from such different walks of life. And I think that when you are put into an environment and a space with people that are so diverse, you find things in common. And I think that's so important. I think representation is so important. And I think that's what makes this season so special. And I'm glad that every single person in that house at some point in the game was able to connect on some level. Maybe it didn't last, but at some point we were able to connect, and we were able to even respect each other on a level. Whether we liked each other or not, whether we're going to be friends outside of this house or not, there is a level of respect and love at some point in the game for every single individual. And I think that's so important.
100%. Like, I mean, I got to bring it back to my relationship with Broham. Like 2 days ago, I woke up in a hotel room with him. I hugged him. I said, peace out, bro. Like, I hope you do well in life. Like, it was just a game. And me as a competitor, pick somebody on the other side who I don't like. And that's what I did with Ro, because you can't like everybody in life. And yeah, we had our own little rivalry. I got nothing but respect for Ro in the game he played. He was a beast. I got him out because he was the only person on the other side of the house who I could, and it would be a huge move. Ro was the last big target left in the game for me. V was gone. Like, who am I going to get out? Tara, Tina, Braden? No, I had to go for Ro. I had to pad my resume. I wanted to take out Showtime. Don't forget the pantry. I'm a shark in the water. I got to
Great white, baby.
Great white shark, baby. Say you're a BBCAN legend without saying you're a BBCAN legend.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up, because I'm sure we've been on here for more than an hour, and you guys are probably getting restless and don't want to see our faces anymore. But
Can I ask one last question real quick?
Okay.
Oh, do your thing,
It's a real quick one. Toya, you've been talking a lot of times about there's going to be a cookout. You know I'm coming. I just want to make sure that these guys are coming too.
Oh, I'm cooking.
Yo, these cakes. I don't think I got to say it, okay? But like the way I love Keith, Jed, and Ty, it's unquestionable. Like, these guys are in my heart. These guys are genuine. These guys are real. This bond, this friendship is real. I respect them on a level that is, I don't even have the words, because I think that individually they bring so much quality and value to my life and what they've brought to BBCAN. And absolutely, they will be at the cookout. They are the cookout. So yes, you will be seeing them. Jed, you know how I feel about you. You know how I value you and how I respect you as a person. Keith, you have my heart. Like, You are my day one. I ride for you. Nobody can talk shit about you because I will come for them. I will come for them. Don't talk
No.
about my Keith. So yes, they will be at the cookout. It's love and respect, and I'm just so grateful for this experience. It's been amazing. It's been wonderful, and it's unlike everything and it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And I think that Jed and Keith can relate to that, right? Like nobody will ever understand what we went through in that house unless you've been through it, and that's why we're able to continue this bond because it really is it's indescribable unless you've been through it. So yes, they will be at the cookout, and I thank the jerk chicken and the curry goat and the oxtail and the rice and peas and the roti and everything will be there. So
Toya will be drinking some rum punch and dirty whining in there too at the
Yep,
cookout.
yes,
yep.
but you know what, Jed? This time I need you to be able to actually catch on to the dirty wine because the time that I was whining on you in the house, you took a good 5 seconds to catch on, and I was whining with myself.
Yeah, because you were curving me for 3 weeks before.
It doesn't matter
Oh,
when a black woman comes up to you and they're like literally like going in, and you're just standing there. By the time you caught on, the wine was done.
I didn't want to cross any lines. Like I didn't know what I was doing.
Stop this. After you've been asking me to cut for how many weeks, but now you don't want to cross lines, and I'm trying to back it into you.
Hey, I was just
okay, we can
I
settle this.
Hey, I tried to catch the bubble, man.
At the cookout, we already know what it is. We're gonna settle this.
Hey, my
We're
guy.
gonna settle this at the cookout.
Thank you.
Yes, but lastly, I want to say, honestly, thank you so much to everybody that's tuning in and everybody that's supporting us and riding with us and showing us love. We appreciate you guys. Just encouraging us, because like I said, this journey is not easy, and we appreciate you guys and we love you guys, and thank you so much for supporting us, and we are sending all that love back your way. Seriously, sincerely, from my heart.
Facts. Thank you guys so much, man. I've seen nothing but positivity coming out of that house, and I know it's not like that in every case. So I'm really appreciative of all you guys, and I'm hoping to keep connecting with you, doing some more lives with different people, different house guests. But at the end of the day, you know the core four, you know what it's about. This bond is something that you'll never find. Troy, my girl, day one of the most straight shooters I've ever met in my life. One of the most loyal people I've ever met in my life. I should have known she was a cop. Like, she's literally my sister, like my girl. Like you're a part of my family now, and I love you so much. And how vulnerable you were with me in the house, I really appreciate you. And I know we're gonna be close forever. Keith, my day one, I love you so much, man. You picked me number one for a reason. That connection was crazy, and we're definitely gonna be hooping in Haida Gwaii pretty soon.
Yes,
When we're allowed. So
yes,
boom.
sir.
So
Waiting.
let's get it.
We have the parade waiting. I'm telling you.
Yes.
We'll be behind the door selling.
I know we tell everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I want my outro words now. Dalung di kwadang. It means I love you all, and I truly do. Even this guy who I don't know his name, I love you too. It's all good.
Jermaine, man, Jermaine. We'll meet. Don't worry.
Hey,
You'll meet him at the cookout. At the cookout.
game, I'm cooking.
I will be there.
Cooking there for sure.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for joining. Love and light always. Be safe. Spread love. Thank you for joining. Have a great night. Hi,
Yo,
Mama T. Hi, Mama T. I love you.
Yo, Mama T, what's good?
See you soon. Thanks, guys. Lots of love, Kiefer. Say hi to your family.
Awesome. Thank you, Mama T.
Okay.
There you say.
Bye, guys.
Latoya,
All right, guys. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Peace out, T. Good catching up.